Friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to discuss quality kiosk round 1 interview questions asked for an 1 to 3 years of experience in testing. So let's start. The mode of interview was online. They have used Microsoft Teams to conduct my interview and the duration of interview was 45 minutes. They asked me the questions from 3 topics like manual testing, automation testing, and API testing. So let's start with the manual testing first. So from manual testing, the first question they have asked me, what is the difference between bug and defect? So whenever tester found any mistake means the functionality of an application which is not working as per the customer's requirement. This type of mistake, if tester found while testing, then it is called as a defect. And when tester raises this defect to developer and developer accepts it, then it is called as a bug. Or you can tell like whenever tester finds any mistake while testing the application, then it is called as a defect. And then tester assigns this defect to the developer and developer accepts it, then that is called as a bug. The next question is about the difference between sanity and smoke testing. So the answer is the smoke testing is performed to ascertain that the critical functionalities of the program are working fine. So whatever the critical functionalities of the program or of the applications are there, these functionalities are working fine or not. To check that, we perform the smoke testing. In sanity testing, it will perform randomly. It will perform to verify that each functionality is working as expected. Next section is about the automation testing. The first question, what are the OOPS concepts? So, inheritance, abstraction, encapsulation, and polymorphism. These are the 4 pillars of the object-oriented programming. Then, what is the polymorphism? The ability to take more than one form is called as polymorphism. And we achieve this polymorphism through the method overloading and method overriding. Sometimes they may ask you where you have used your polymorphism in your project. So be prepared for that type question also. So in one of the interview, I was asked that where do you have used polymorphism in your project? Then what is the difference between soft assert and hard assert? So assertions are the statements that we used in our program and it is of 2 types, hard assertion and soft assertion. So hard assertion is a type of assertion that throws an exception immediately when an assert statement fails. So whenever you write the assert statement, if it fails, then hard assertion will throw immediate exception. But in soft assertion, these type of assertions that do not throw an exception immediately when your assertion fails. Therefore, it will perform all the steps and soft assertions in the automated test will execute before failing the test. Do you know how to switch between windows? Yes. So in Selenium, we can handle main and child windows. We have 2 methods, get window handle and get window handles method. So whenever this type of question you ask, then you should know the get window handle and get window handles working. So basically get window handle returns the ID of the window and by using that ID we can switch to that particular window. Now get window handles. This method will return us the IDs of main window and child windows. As we know that there are main window and different child windows are also there. So whenever we use the get window handles, it will return the set of strings and these strings consist of the IDs of the windows. And by taking that IDs, we can switch to any of the window, whether it will be main window or whether it may be child window. So in this way, you can tell the answer. Now, how to handle multiple frames. So frames are also part of your web page and we can switch over the elements which are present on the frame and we can handle the frames in Selenium using 3 ways. We can switch to the frame by using the index. We can change our focus to our frame by using name or id, by web or by web element. So to handle the iframe, we need to switch Selenium focus from main page to frame. So for that we use driver dot switch to dot frame. In bracket you can use the index of the frame, you can use the frame name, or you can use the frame id also. And after performing the actions on the components which are present in iframe, Selenium will not navigate by default to the main page. For that we have to use two functions. If we want to move to our main page, then we use driver.switch2.default content method. And if we are in child frame and we want to move towards the parent frame, then we will use driver.switch2.parent frame. Now next question is, what is the difference between implicit wait and explicit wait? So the implicit wait specifies a time to wait for a lifetime of a driver, and it is applicable for each element, whereas the explicit wait depends on the conditions. Okay, is the difference between implicit wait and explicit wait. So implicit wait specifies a time to wait for a lifetime of a web driver, and it is applicable for each element, whereas the explicit wait depends on the conditions. Next question was, write syntax for implicit wait and explicit wait. So the first syntax is for implicit wait. For that we have to write like driver.manage.timeouts dot implicitly wait in bracket 10 comma time units dot seconds. Means here I have specified the time 10 and the unit is what, seconds. So it will wait till 10 seconds. Now explicitly wait, as we discussed before, the explicitly wait will depend on the conditions. So how we will write the explicitly wait syntax? So wait dot until expected conditions dot visibility of element located in bracket by dot xpath of the element. So whatever the element we have specified with the xpath, till that element will be located, your web driver explicitly wait will wait. Next, what is a page factory? Page factory is a class provided by the Selenium WebDriver to support page object design patterns. In page factory, testers use @find by annotation. The init elements method is used to initialize the web elements, and @find by annotation used in page factory to locate and declare the web elements using different locators. So here the use of init elements methods and why you are using @find by, you have to tell the importance of these two things. Now next question is about, if I have 10 test cases, I want to run 5 out of it, then how you will do that? So in TestNG, there is a mechanism of group. So I will make the group of those 5 test cases that I want to run, and in .xml file, I will add the code like groups, then run, and then tag include name is equal to group name. Any group name I can give over here, and I will close those tags. Means the test cases which are involved in this group will only run. Okay, so in this way you also tell your answer. Now, next question was, explain your project. What are your roles and responsibilities? Okay, so I have explained my project, my work in my project. Okay, and some of the responsibilities like writing the test cases, executing the test cases, generating the reports, analyzing those reports, finding the test cases for automation. So there are different kinds of responsibilities I have handled. So I told them like that. Then they have moved towards the API testing, and first question from API testing was, what are the methods of HTTP? So there are different types of methods like get, post, put, patch, delete. So these are the methods which are available. So if you want to explain each method you can, or if you want to tell the importance of those methods also you can tell like that. Then what is the difference between put and post? So the post method is used to create the resource and put method is used to update the resource. So in two lines just you can tell the answer, or if you want to explain it with the help of example, also you can do that. Then can I use put instead of get? As get method is used to get the resource and put method is used to update the resource. The working of these two methods is different, so we can't use the put instead of get. So you can give the answer like this. So in this way, my interview was over and I got the mail after 5 days that I have selected for the round two. They have scheduled my round two after 5 days. And in next video, I will tell you about what questions they have asked me in round two. Also, I have attended the interviews of Capgemini, Infosys, Mindtree, Mindgate, Alpha Sense. Okay, so I have made the videos on these interviews also. If you want to check out those videos, you can visit my playlist, that is software testing interview questions. And if you have any kinds of doubts regarding interview, please you can comment in comment box. I will definitely help you. If you like this video, then please hit the like button. If you want more videos on my interview experiences, then subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends so that others will also aware what kind of questions they will get asked in testing interview. Thank you very much.